Hello, everyone. Looks like I'm live. So, how are you all doing this morning? Please put in the chat box where are you listening in from and how are you doing today? Did you have classes, Outschool, VIPKid, Go Kid? Let me know. What are you doing these days and what are you up to? So, today I wanted to talk to you more about flex classes. The last time we talked about flex classes, um, I knew about what I wanted to do and I knew a little bit about them, but now I am in week 4 of a flex class and I have really been enjoying it. So I wanted to let you know all about it. We may have other guests joining us from Collaboration Station, but we'll just see if they jump on here or not. Sometimes they're in the chat. You just never know who's coming on. Super fun. So what is a flex class? Are any of you teaching flex classes and how are they going? I would love to know. For those of you wondering what flex classes are, so on Outschool specifically, they offer like live classes where you can teach just like this on Zoom to a live audience, to one student, to many students. A flex class allows you to have pre-recorded classes. So it allows more flexibility in some ways, right? The kids don't have to be there at a certain day, a certain time, but they still get the content. So, for example, my class is a story time. And with the help of Stephanie Oakleberry, I'll have to put her website below so that you can look her up. But what I did was I reached out to her and I said, these are my ideas. This is kind of how I see a flex class going. What do you think? And she was able to take my idea and give me a format that worked for me. So basically, I have 2 stories per week. I have 2 activities per week and a craft per week, at least for my Pout Pout Fish. My other ones are changing up a little bit. So my first flex class, I opened up and had 2 friends join with their kids. And I'm super excited. It's been going really well. And so basically on Mondays, I will upload a video and then their child can watch it Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or whenever it fits into their schedule. Speaking of one of the parents in my flex classes, in my flex class. So, hey, Rebekah.
Hey, did I pop in for a little bit?
Oh, glad you're here. This probably won't take long. I'm just talking about specifically what a flex class is and how it's going.
You got
So
it.
it's pretty cool that you're here on the parent side of things as well. And we're talking kind of about the same class. So, so I was just saying, like, I can send out a video on Monday and parents and children can watch it at any time. And then I send an activity on Tuesday. Parents can work with their child anytime. Now, I find it important to diversify the worksheets or draw your favorite character or something like that. So,
I think it's very helpful because you're teaching preschoolers. And so some of them, like my daughter is not a reader yet. So you're making things really simple and just a few words per page that the parents can help with. But then you also have like up to 6-year-olds or 7-year-olds or whatever your top is. And those people, they can do quite a bit more. So you have a little bit more difficult worksheet for them to kind of gauge their level. And if they want to do both, great, do both. You want to just do one? Fine, just do one. Give them choices. I like that. So, but you're not overwhelming. Because as a parent, I'm like, 5 worksheets every day? No, thank you. It's more like 2 worksheets a week. So like we can do that. That's doable.
I have 2 worksheets a week and a craft. So the fun thing about interacting with the kids is Rebekah or Kim, I know Kim doesn't mind me using her name, they can send me their child's pictures with their craft that they made or their worksheets. And I can say, wow, great job, looking good. You know, all these fun things to encourage them to keep working. And I think flex classes, it's really important to be in the classroom. I try to go in there at least 3 times, 4 times a week to see who posted what they're posting, if not every day. And I think that's the one way to interact.
Question for you as the teacher, do you get an email every time that we respond to one of your posts?
I have no idea. I haven't seen any of them.
Okay. Did you check your spam?
You know what's funny? Well, I told you this before. I have switched my email. The very first day I signed up with Outschool, I used my Facebook, which is not attached to my normal email. That's my personal one that I've had since 1998. So you can imagine the junk mail I have in there, right?
Oh yeah.
So the
Yeah.
first day I signed up with Outschool, I changed my email.
Mhm.
I'm still getting my emails to the other address.
I get an occasional, because that's one thing that I like. It's very important to do when you're first teacher, because Outschool sends so many emails about so many different things. Just make a new email account, make a brand new account specifically for Outschool. It helps me kind of make sure I have everything, because I get so much junk in my personal
Right.
email, so much junk.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to keep going through all that junk to get like the one important email, because Outschool sends enough anyway.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that was very smart of you to do, make your own email. My fault is that I've been an Outschool teacher since like May of last year, so almost a year now, and I've made sure everything is out of spam. I unchecked everything. I was good, but I wasn't getting any emails from Kasie's class. I'm like, I know Kasie's posting stuff. I mean, we're friends, so she's been telling me she's been posting things. I go in the classroom and
At
there
least 4
it is,
times a week I post.
right? And I wasn't getting any emails. I'd contact support and we went back and forth. Go, yeah, it's delivered. You're getting them. I'm like, no, I'm not. They go, check your
I'm asking
spam.
Rebekah, I'm like, what
I'm
do
like,
I do?
why should I check my spam? Like, I've been getting every emails from everything you could possibly imagine. I checked my spam and I had 15 messages from Kasie's class in my spam folder. I'm like, oh, really? I should check this weeks ago. So, here's to parents and teachers out there. If you're not getting any responses from them, it might be enough to just put them in your description box saying, hey, this could happen. It could be in your spam folder. So double check.
Right.
Now that I've unselected it, I'm starting to get the emails again, and we're keeping on top of it a little bit more because it's like in my face. Oh yeah, there's an activity to do this week. Oh yeah, there's a movie to watch this week. Okay, we can do it.
Right.
I was forgetting about it. It's easy to forget.
So as a parent, what do you think of the setup? Has it been pretty cool to do a flex class? You've done them before, right?
Yes, this is my second flex class with my daughter. Because she's so young, it's like it's hard to get her at the table, sitting still. So I keep, hands on. But I have found as a parent, and this is probably true of a lot of parents, I'm all gung ho the first week or two. We do everything, and then week 3 comes, we're like, let's just do this, and let's just do that. Week 4 is like, oh, we're in week 4 already. I'm so behind. Okay.
Yeah. I will say, if anyone takes the first Pout Pout Fish has a little bit more of worksheet type stuff, and I'm adding, I'm gonna tweak it a little bit. The second one has more draw your favorite character, do this, with a worksheet to choose from. So I diversified the first group, but I'm definitely diversifying the second set of Pout Pout Fish even more. It's just a learning thing for teachers as well.
And I really like this because it's not too overwhelming and it doesn't have the deadline. So if I say, hey, we finally did this worksheet from week 2, I can still upload it. No problem. No worries. And we actually have access to the flex class for 30 days after the last day. So we can always kind of catch up later and submit it later if we want to, or just do it on our own and oops, forgot the picture. But we have access to it, which is kind of nice to go, oh, we don't have time this week, we can do it next week. And you're not overwhelming us, which is great. I feel like some flex classes could overwhelm or underwhelm, so you have to get that good medium. I like that you're giving choices for each week. We got a video, we got 2 worksheets, we got 1 craft. It's doable for that age group.
Good. Thank you. So for teachers, who can teach a flex class? According to Outschool, in order to be eligible to teach a flex class, a teacher must have already taught at least 1 live class with a positive rating. And that's for, even if you want to do ongoing classes or anything, if I'm not mistaken, all Outschool teachers need to teach 1 live class first, right? I think so, with a positive rating. I'm pretty sure that's the way it was when I first got started, at least. What is required in a flex class was another question. Let's see. Keep it in the classroom. So basically, you want everything in-house in the classroom. And I will say, oh, hi, Victoria.
Can I say hi?
Hi. I will say it makes things a lot easier to have everything in the classroom, because if Rebekah posts her daughter's thing, and then I can post something to her, and keeping it all in one spot, especially if you have more than 1 student, it's a lot easier. if you go to the Outschool Q&A section, there's more information about what needs to be in there for learner safety and things. Develop multiple opportunities for interactivity. I try to interact with them, like send me a picture and then I send them a picture of me or my masterpiece. They're stuck with me in a video. Let's see, 3 videos per week with my face on it. One time, my friend said she had a student.
You can do it through YouTube. They're unlisted.
Yeah.
So nobody else can find it. Only people who buy the course can find those. And I think that's really smart. And since it's not uploaded directly to the classroom, it doesn't take a lot of like downloading space or whatever it is. It's a YouTube link.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. So you need to make them interactive in some way. Reach out to us if you have questions about any of this. A flex class is not entirely self-paced, where teachers essentially sell learning content to parents, nor can it be an exact replica of an existing live.
Yeah, that one is confusing to me, because I know a lot of teachers say that, well, people can't get to my live classes, so I'll just make a flex version for them. So, but maybe you have to tweak it a little bit, like add a few things or take a few things away or make a combination of them. So you can't say it's my exact ongoing class. It's, well, I'm kind of picking and choosing my favorites from the 20 weeks of ongoing classes.
Great. And I like the reason for it. They said, we want to ensure that students are given a rich learning experience and not left to learn the content on their own. So basically, it's not a lecture, it's interacting. You really want to make sure you are interacting with the students. So, hey, Jerry, glad you're here. Ask questions if you have any. I was wondering if the chat was working. And of course, check with the Outschool policies on flex classes too. Oh, I think Victoria likes flex classes too, or Outschool classes. She's always joining her sister and painting.
She wants to do too. I know she's too young to actually join and pay for it, but yeah, she's off screen. She can paint a rock too.
Yes, of course. Jerry said, I am looking forward to making my first flex class soon, but not sure when. I can't wait to hear about it. I'm really excited for it. It's been really interesting, and it takes a lot of pressure off me. I try to make sure, like, the pressure is really upfront and making my content great. It's not with trying to, that doesn't sound right. I was gonna say it's not to please the parent or impress the parent. It kind of is, right? But you want to make sure your content is good enough to please the parent and be interactive, but you're not like managing the behavior and still trying to do it all. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
And flex classes are hard because they are a lot of work up front.
Yes.
As a teacher, preparing the materials, and then it can be crickets. Like you have 1 student or 2 students.
Right.
Lucky. So it's like all that work for like 1, but if you keep offering it can slowly build like over the years, it can just keep going. And eventually it'll pay for itself for the time you put into it. So just watch how much time you're putting into it before you just list it out there. Because you don't want to waste so much time. But it's good to have at least the first week ready to go.
It took me months, and I had a lot of my videos, guys. I had a lot of the read alouds already, but I redid a few of them and I tweaked a few of them. Jerry wants to know, what do you think was the biggest challenge? The work up front was probably the biggest challenge. Planning it all out, I used Stephanie as my resource, so she kind of helped me plan it out. But yeah, I think the hardest part would have been just tying it all together and finding activities that were, diversified enough for everybody. So, but now that I kind of have a plan in place, I want to offer more classes and things. So I did just get permission from the same publisher to read more stories. So I'm excited. Yeah, I don't know if I should tell everybody yet.
Yeah. My plan, and let me know if I have enough interaction in this one. My plan is to make a science experiment flex class. So they can watch me give a simplified version of doing the experiment, and then they have to post a picture of themselves doing the experiment. And then we can also have like a worksheet with the scientific method of like, what things did you try? How did it work when you tried this? they can process that worksheet. And let's say I would do 8 experiments in 4 weeks. So it's like 2 per week. Do you think that would be enough interaction?
I think that's great. I think a lot of the interaction will also come from you posting in the classroom and I'll having those conversations and building that community.
And then I'll do a checkup saying, so here, here's what I did for my worksheet. What did you do for yours? Very talkative today.
She's putting your lipstick on for you. I think it sounds great. If you ever have a week where you feel you need something else, a read aloud seems to be a relaxed, fun way for kids to listen to. At least for me, I just love reading.
Make sure that I have permission from the author to do a read aloud. Whereas mine, it's like I get ideas from like Pinterest and stuff for the experiments, but it's me doing it with them and recording a video. What I've been doing is that after I teach the class in my ongoing class, I immediately take a video of myself doing it. So I have all the supplies ready to go, and then just me. But it takes out the conversation. So instead of being a 30-minute chit chat with the kids as they do it, it's a 15-minute demo.
Yeah. I would definitely ask them questions.
Yes.
So, and you do really good at that. You're really good at that.
Somebody, so it's like they're in class,
yeah,
but they're only like 10 or 15 minutes long because they're not talking back to me like conversations. They're answering my questions of, hey, did you try this? Let's try it together. So
a little trick. I'm like, oh, maybe let's see. And then they're like, oh, was she talking to me? What?
Right after I do it like 3 or 4 times. I know the pacing. I know when I need to pause because I just paused at that same point in the last class.
Right.
So it's kind of nice. Some I have to redo because the sound is off. Some I forgot to do. I'm like, oh, I already packed the supplies away from 3 weeks ago. So I was thinking that's back out again. But I like the idea of kind of preparing for the flex early, like having all these pre-recorded videos and I can pick and choose from.
Mm-hmm. So Jerry said, what task took the longest? If the videos were done, what took a while? Well, the craft videos took me the longest because I'm terrible with crafts. Editing took a while because I had 2 cameras. Hopefully that all worked out for you guys. I had 2 cameras, one straight on and one on the side, like a document camera. And then I just kind of had to mix them together. So I would talk here, I would do the project over here. I just let them both run and then I just cut them. I would say those took a while. What was easier than I thought, because Outschool is awesome, they have a scheduling feature. So you write the post you want and then send it on Monday, write another post. So on Sunday, I wrote out the whole week for the next week and then it was done. You can do it for the month.
You can schedule ahead. So like Sunday, you plan, go, okay, this is going to post Monday, this will post Tuesday, this will post Wednesday. You go, hands off, I'm done.
Yes. Yes, it made it so much easier.
It is, yeah. I do that for my other classes too. And I will do that for my Flex class too when I get that approved, because it just makes my life so much easier to have everything pre-planned, set it out.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. How do teachers handle refunds for Flex classes? Okay, I have a little thing with this. So according to Outschool here, flexible schedule class refunds follow the flexible refund policy. You guys can look that up. As a result, all refunds will be prorated based on the length of class that has occurred. By creating a Flex class, teachers agree to this refund policy. You can go and look at it more, but what I didn't agree with, and this was in a post, so it could be hearsay, but I would love to know more about it. Somebody said, for example, that they had a 4-week class, and the parent in the very last week said they couldn't make it that week, and Outschool said that they needed to refund this parent.
For the week.
This parent. Well, they said full refund, which didn't make sense to me. But even for the week, if parents have access for a whole month after, then, and they've already done 3 weeks, then they have a month to make up that 1 week that they missed. I just didn't agree with that. So I would love to know more about that, because that's something that I'm always like,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to research that too to see, because your Papa Fish class, we're on week 3, week 4. Mm-hmm. I don't know. We're almost near the end.
We're starting 4. Yeah.
It's week 4. Okay. So after this week is over, will it close? Will I still have access to it? I guess I can find out how long I can still post and make up some work.
Right. I think you're supposed to have 30 days, but yeah, Rebekah and I will find
30
out,
days.
won't we?
Yeah, I'll find out for sure, because the one I took last time, I took it back in August. So that's already way past being closed by now, because it's
Right.
April now. So it's closed. But it would be nice to see how long I have access to, because yeah, I mean, yes, your life is gonna be busy. You may have other flex classes that your kids are taking later on, or live classes, and you just want to do a 4 weeks one and done. But you can just do like 1 or 2 things from week 4. Like, you don't have to do everything. And you have 30 days to go back and finish anything you want to finish.
Yeah. So I am a little bit confused about that. So Jerry wants to know, what do you edit with? I just use the free video editor that came on my laptop. I do have Filmora, but I haven't played around with that enough. Also, some of my cute videos, I paid a friend, Lucy Craft from Brick Girls Go Stateside. So she has started doing some of my videos for me as well.
Mhm.
But it is another expense. So that's one of those things.
But some of them they're worth it. Like, you can ask her to do your profile video and make it kind of snazzy. I'm in the process and thinking through, if I have all these videos of me anyway, I could pick and choose my favorite parts and say, hey, can you mesh this together for an updated profile video, because mine is so outdated and I don't teach those classes anymore.
And she's really good about that. What she did, I didn't even ask her. I just told her an idea. I mean, you know me, I come up with ideas, but I have no way to implement them or whatever. Hi. And she went to my YouTube channel and watched videos and found pieces and bits. And she didn't even have many pout fish to choose from, because I took them all down so that parents would have, value in their classes and they couldn't just find the videos. Well, she took the ones, like I left up there all the Halloween ones, the ones that I'm not doing classes on. Halloween's up there, Valentine's, things like that. So she took them and found little clips of them and put them in. So I thought she did a great job.
Yeah. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Too many.
Didn't like it?
I think she had too many in her mouth. She's getting a little bit too greedy.
That's so funny. All right, everyone. Well, I would love to know, I'm sure Rebekah will too. Are you making flex classes? How are they going? What are you doing for them? We'd love to know more about your flex classes as we're learning about ours. And put them in the chat below so we can help or we can learn. And we'll see you next Saturday with another collaboration. All right, guys. Thanks for coming, Rebekah. Thanks for coming, Victoria.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Jerry. And we'll see you next time as well. Goodbye.